Hey y'all, what's going on? So we are back again for another episode of What It Is, or another video of What It Is. I'm gonna get right into it. I hope everybody is doing good. Um, Happy birthday to Edward Sanchez. Okay, I have to give him a shout out because he always leaving a comment, always positive and everything. So your birthday is gonna be on Thursday. I'm recording this on a Wednesday, so well, actually it's today because it's Thursday. Baby, happy birthday to you. Okay, I seen your comment. Y'all know I always do. But let's get into this review, this video. So I want your opinion on the Kane versus Pence vice presidential debate. I have not watched it yet. I have it on my DVR. I did not watch it. It's Thursday. It's literally early Thursday morning. I was gonna watch it when I came home from work Wednesday, but shit, time just got away from me, and then I had to do all these other reviews. But I'm really gonna sit down and watch it today, later on today. I did not get a chance to watch it Tuesday when it came on because I was not home. I was not home, but I've seen many mixed reviews about it, about who people thought actually did a good job or who won the debate. I've been seeing people say that Pence won the debate. I've seen people say that Kane won the debate. There was some interruption and, people trying to, disguise or give excuses for racism and things of that such. So if you actually saw the vice presidential candidate debate, put down in the comments what were your opinions of it, what was your thoughts of it, what was the highlight for you, so I can see, compare and contrast after I watch it. I will read that, as soon as I finish watching this debate. The debate is online, so I can listen to it, watch it while I'm at work. That's what I'm probably gonna do. But yeah. Moving on from that. Oh, let's keep on this train because um they didn't put some things out that Trump supposedly showed his taxes, and then on the tax form or whatever, I don't know if it's this current year or whatever, but it showed like a $915 million plus loss. So you lost damn near $1 billion. That's why you ain't want to turn your tax form. That is crazy. That's crazy. And they said, I don't know if it's for this year or for a few years ago, but they said it was when one of those a couple of his um casinos slash hotels had to be shut down, because it really wasn't bringing in no money. Okay, and all right. This is who y'all want as the president, right? Okay, you want to run the country like a business, and with the business, there's always a risk of loss, and you should know that. All right, why would you want to risk your country like that? Okay, but you know, it's what it is. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about that. Oh, what was I about to say? Jesus Christ. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. And I really don't have much to go on, much to talk about, but oh no, something I wanted to tell y'all, and it literally just split my. It just left. Up, jump, and left. Anyway, it probably come back to me later on. I'm sorry, this video probably gonna be all over the place. Um, if you didn't see my review for what's his name? If Loving You Was Wrong last night, I explained why I was not home and I missed the debate and I had actually missed seeing that actual show at the right time. I had the opportunity to go to an advanced screening of Madea's Halloween, Madea's Halloween, and I'm gonna be 100% honest with y'all. When I first heard that the movie was coming out, I really thought he was joking. Tyler Perry was joking about that, and until I started seeing, the previews and the commercials and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I just didn't know how Madea was gonna stand up because how many more Madea movies we done seen. Because I'll say like a couple of Madea movies, the last couple of Madea movies, I just really wasn't feeling, especially the witness protection one. So I was like, I'm not even gonna get my hopes up about it. Um, None of that. I didn't even know they was gonna do screenings and stuff like that for it, but I got invited to come, and I actually went to the theater out here. It's the Icon Theater, and I saw the movie, and it was a really good movie. It was an actual good movie. The shit was funny as hell. Okay, I mean, if you like Madea, and if you think it's gonna be like some of the same old comedy, the same old stuff, yeah, to a certain extent, it is. It's very much, the same shit. But you can kind of figure some of the stuff out. I just love the fact. I will say this. I like the fact that he reuses a lot of the people that are in some of his shows because there are characters from his plays. Okay, bam, she's always gonna be in there in his movies. You got Hattie in there from what's the show? Hattie and Sam from Love Thy Neighbor. If you watch that, that's one of the shows I don't watch, or for better or worse, I don't watch them two shows. I just couldn't get into it. I'm just being honest. You got Brody from his new show, Too Close from Home, that's in it. You also have, of course, Uncle Joe. All of them. He has a lot of people from his shows that be on TV that are in his movies, and I like the fact that he do recycle his stuff, but his actors. Okay, he don't leave them out. Give them little opportunities where they probably wouldn't get none anywhere else. Because some of them need to brush up on their acting skills. I can be honest and say that, all right? That's how you do stuff. If this shit was going to be whack, y'all know I would have came back and been like, y'all, no. Okay? Just, no. But it was actually funny. I sat there and I laughed from beginning to the fucking end. It was a couple of scenes that was very much Tyler Perry like, meaning that it was a little dragged out a little bit, but it was still funny. Okay, I was still laughing throughout the whole thing, and I knew it was a good show when I had took my sister with me, and she don't. She was like, "Bitch, I already know this shit ain't gonna be nothing." She was laughing her ass off the whole damn time. So I'm sitting there looking at her like, "Bitch, okay." So we get up in a thing, and I've never been to an advanced screening of anything. So, and of course, Tyler was there, and I spoke to him. We spoke to him. He came up there and spoke to me and all that shit. Fine, whatever. But the security, they was not playing when they said turn them phones off or you would be escorted out. As soon as people was coming in, first of all, people was working on CP time. They told us to be in our seat at 7:30. People were still coming in and out around 8 o'clock, okay? And then he showed up after 8 o'clock. I thought it was supposed to start at 8 o'clock on the dot. It didn't happen, all right? Thought the red carpet was supposed to start at 7 o'clock. Baby, it was after 7:30 and the shit still didn't happen. So I said, no, I'm finna go to my seat, okay? He came into there. He gave us a little speech. I put up a couple of clips on Instagram and my Snapchat. And, girl, this girl, after he came over there and talked to me or whatever, to me and my sister, it was this little boy. He was in a row, like 2 rows ahead of us. And he was like, "Hey, Mr. Perry, can I shake your hand?" He came over there and he shook his hand. So his mama was sitting next to him. And later the mama had some popcorn. And he was about to put his hand in the popcorn. He was like, "Tyler just shook my hand and all that stuff." He was like, "I don't give a damn. You not finna put your hand in my popcorn, okay, until you sanitize that motherfucker." I said, "You know what? You damn right, okay?" You don't know where that shit been at. You better sanitize. And she poured out that sanitizer and was like, rub it together. Okay, now you can get some. I said, look at mama. Mind you, it was a lady up ahead of them with a Ziploc bag with popcorn in it. I said, so you brought that from the house? Or did you bring that Ziploc bag so you can take that shit back? Because she showing up was eating and closing it, and she put it in her bag afterwards. I said, girl, black folks, that's how we do. Okay, we gonna bring stuff to the theater, and if we buy some, we gonna bring that shit out. Okay, but I really enjoyed myself. I had a great time. Um, it was nice. So if you was kind of skeptical on going to see the movie, I would say give it a chance. I mean, if you seen Madea, you've seen it all. But it was nice. It was nice. So moving on from there, I think it came out October 21st. It was cute for what it is. Like I said in the other thing, certain parts gonna piss you off. His character is gonna piss you off. I'm just gonna put that out there. His character is really gonna piss you off, and the girl that they have playing his daughter in the movie, she's gonna piss you off too. Okay, yeah. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. So, thanks again, Tyler Perry. But moving on from that, Um, Before I get into this other stuff, my boo Toni, she had a little lupus scare. She was in the hospital for a couple of days. But mama is all home right now. Okay, girl. You know, she's about to start her hits tour. Okay, and I was like, damn. It seems like every time she about to go on tour, something pop up and something happen. And so I was wondering, girl, what the fuck? Okay, that's just I'm turning red. I don't know why. Maybe because it's hot up in this bitch. But something always happened. Something happened, and I was like, oh, if she has to postpone this tour, I truly would understand because your health comes first. Or if she has to cancel it, you give me my refund. I wouldn't even sweat it, okay? Because we legitimately know that she has lupus and this stuff happens, and a flare up can come at any time. But you can't live your life in fear because you still got to go out there and make your money. Toni, pause. Talking about money, you owe, or what they saying that you owe, a couple of, wait, not even a couple of 100,000. Maybe you owe 125,000 that you refuse to pay. You better pay that shit off, okay? Pay that shit off and quit fucking playing. All right, you know damn well you got that sitting in the cupboard, okay? Stop fucking playing so we can get these IRS and shit off your back, okay, baby? You just got out of bankruptcy for the second time and they cleared your ass. Stop it, okay? I'm not playing with you, all right? Fucking stop that shit because you and money problems. I'm tired of people making the jokes and stuff, but you adding fuel to the ammunition. If this shit is true, okay, pay that shit off. Get Birdman, get him to pay for it. But then again, he got money issues too. Y'all motherfuckers, get your shit together, okay? But I do know the first 2 dates of the tour have been postponed till January, but everything else is going to be okay. So I guess she's starting in Detroit, then she'll be out here in Chicago next week on Sunday. If you going, Ashley will be there in VIP, bitch. Of course, you know what I'm saying? I finally get to meet her. Oh my God, I never met her. I'm going to be quiet, when I meet people, I just be like, how you doing? Like I said, when Fantasia walked past me at the same place, I was like, hey, Fantasia. She was like, how you doing? I did that afterwards, okay? I don't act the ass in front. I be geeking afterwards. You got to keep calm, cool, and collected. Got to leave a lasting impression. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, moving on from that. Yeah, Toni, take care of yourself. Um, so Kid Cudi, remember I had spoke some stuff about him and how he was coming at Drake and Kanye. He was all in his feelings and stuff like that. And we all said something to the fact that he do kind of need some help. He recently just checked himself into a rehab for suicidal thoughts and depression. And sometimes when you can make jokes and call people out on their drug usage and their behavior, or whatever. It's always a reason behind that. Sometimes you have to be real and understand that people do go through things, okay, and that these celebrities, they are not immune to the same problems that us regular folks have, okay, and depression is real. People have been killing themselves. People have been doing damage to themselves because they've been depressed and having these suicidal thoughts and not seeking out help. I applaud him for trying to get help, okay, instead of it going to a route where he won't be able to return from, you know. Um, so I'm just gonna say all the best to him, and hopefully he can get that together. And I really, honestly, depression is something that comes in phases and comes in waves. It never really goes away. You can't tell me that it goes away because even if you don't feel it, and you can go years without thinking that you're depressed, and it just take one small thing to just trigger you, okay, and bring that shit back. So you know best of luck to him, and I'm glad that he's getting help for what he needs. um so it's been a whole bunch of stuff going on. These clown sightings, can I ask this question because I am not 100% sure. the clown sightings that's been going on, I'm pretty sure some of this stuff is pranks, but did it start off as being real? Because I remember hearing a few weeks back that some of the clowns was luring like kids into the forest and stuff, into the woods, and now they're just popping up everywhere. So they just playing games. Like, what's the point? I don't get it. And this was happening before October, because I know October is, prank month. It's like Halloween and everything. That's scary body, boo, shit like that. But what the fuck? I don't get it. I'm telling you this much, bitch. Halloween is on a Monday. That means I go to work. It's not a national holiday where they shut everything down. We all still got to go to work and we still got to go to school. Well, most of us, okay? And I get off of work at 8 o'clock. Let me see a bitch outside. Let me see a bitch outside, okay? Somebody gonna get fucked up. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Okay, we don't do this shit around here, right? We don't play around here. Chirac, motherfuckers get shot. I hate that name, but that's what it is, okay? Don't do it. Don't do it. But if you seen a clown or you heard about this shit, tell me how you feel about it. I feel it's real dumb. Because then you put yourself in danger, because even if you playing games, you put yourself in danger, because you're going to come across that one person that's not going to run away, but run towards you and fuck you up. Okay? Why would you play with your life like that? You must be bored. Love and hip hop news. So, a couple of days ago, there was this little article, and I seen it on Yahoo first. They put it out there saying that Soulja Boy said that he was not going to be coming back to Love and Hip Hop. He quit Love and Hip Hop because he feels as if the show is ratchet and it's not a good look for his brand. Sir, you build your brand off of ratchet ass music. You build your brand off of cocaine and doing ratchet ass things. And I mean, this is the person who cursed his girlfriend on and off again. Girlfriend out on Twitter, put up a gun, said you're gonna shoot the nigga that you with, whether it was for real or not. You did that. That's some ratchet ass ghetto shit, if you ask me. You know, all your tattoos. I mean, you had a booty in the middle of your face. Like, you really had that tatted. Like, you really did that. You fuck Superhead. I mean, that's ratchet. So, what? I was sitting here, when I seen that, I bust out laughing like, boy, you don't get the fuck, and stop sniffing whatever the fuck it is that you sniffing, because it got you tripping, bitch. But, today I seen, shout out to Jay Blogger. He sent a tweet or whatever, was like, no, that nigga got fired. One of the producers had put this meme up that said, this post up on Instagram that was like, if you ever get fired, I'm gonna just say I quit. If I ever get fired, I'm gonna just say I quit, and had these like shady emojis on there, whatever. And some of the cast members like Shonda, Tierra Marie, who else? Masika, all of them, they was like leaving oops and bloop and all these type of comments and shit like that, and laughing and stuff. And then Mona Sky Young reposted it on her Instagram, and they was also commenting and laughing and shit, like in ingredients and liking the post. So we all took that to mean as a little shot, subliminal shot, not really subliminal, but damn near direct shot at fucking Soulja Boy, that he got fired. Okay, and some people are saying it's because he put out there, I don't know if y'all saw it, he did tweet a picture of the amount of money that he get paid for one episode and it was a lot. It was a lot, bitch. And I was like, damn, 25 or some shit like that. I said, for real? Come, let me do a couple of episodes so y'all can pay off my student loans. Just give me like 3 episodes and give me that same amount and I'll be done. Okay, that's all I need that shit for. You know what I'm saying? But when I first saw that, if that is the reason, I was like, why would you put that out there? Okay, you don't need to. That's like revealing some type of, should be in your confidentiality contract or some shit like that you're not supposed to do nothing like that. And if that's the case, you fuck that up for yourself. So, hey, it is what it is. And honestly, I'm not surprised if he don't come back or not, because if you've been watching this season, which is kind of, you know, I don't know if love and hip hop is kind of like losing its luster or whatever. Because it's getting a little redundant. It's been redundant, to be quite honest, but we still watch the bullshit. Um, he hasn't really been on there. Like he don't have a storyline. Him and Nia are playing lackey to everybody else. So, they phasing your ass out anyway. We don't give a shit. Moving on from that, Luke Cage. Luke Cage is a superhero who walks around Harlem, New York, Marvel comic character. He's bulletproof with a hoodie on. I said, come on, hoodie, bitch. All right, a black man that's bulletproof with a fucking hoodie on in Harlem and shit. Yes, you better do that stuff. Okay, I'm going to be quite honest with y'all. I want to watch it all, but I've only watched 1.5 episodes because when it came out September 30th, I was all here for watching it over the weekend. But I had other shit to do that whole weekend. I was busy, so I didn't get to it. But I'm going to be watching it while I'm at work and stuff like that. That's how I make my day go back faster. But from the first episode and the part where I'm at now, it is actually good. And from what I've been hearing, it's actually really, really good. And the controversy that's been coming up right now is the fact that it's too black. Of course, you got some white people want to complain that it's too black. Okay, where's the diversity? It's damn near, it's all black and all this stuff. It's too minority feel because, you have the Latino in there and you also have mostly black, okay? And it's a problem. When we get something for us, it's a problem. It's a fucking problem. If it was written that way, now you want to, because you see it on screen or you see it on Netflix or whatever, it's a fucking problem. But when you have other the majority of these Marvel or DC comics or whatever, these superheroes, they're white. The majority of the cast are white. You have a speckle of black or Latino or Asian or other in there, okay? But it's mostly white. You don't hear us complaining like that, okay? You don't. You really don't. And so you have all these other shows that come out on TV that literally are all white. We're not complaining like that. But once we get one show that's showing a man that is powerful, okay, and he's trying to do good, clean up a fucking neighborhood and look out for kids and get them off the streets and shit, and telling them, you don't have to be in this thug life. You don't have to be selling drugs. You don't have to be out here killing and all this stuff. We trying to do right and live right. It's too black for you. It's a bad thing. People always got to come up with some excuse to be negative or to be mad. There was no reason to be fucking mad. If you had such a big problem with it, why fucking watch it? I mean, it's a black man that's on the fucking face of it, okay? So you should have known, well, hell, if it's black, it's gonna be some at least 5 other black people up in here, okay? We don't get a I just can't. We can't have shit for ourselves sometimes without it just being negative. But oh, let us say it too. Let us say that shit about y'all. Oh, why y'all gotta throw the race stuff in there? Why y'all always doing the race shit? Okay, you got the Black Lives Matter. Now you want to do this and now you want to do that. Damn, can we just watch shit? Okay, sometimes shit don't call for color. Sometimes that's not how I saw. It's always shit like that, and I'm just not here for it. Here's the thing. Here's the kicker. Whether or not you feel it was too black or not, you still gave that motherfucking show a goddamn view, which is a rating, bitch. So therefore, you're contributing to it to get in the second season. Fuck out of here. Moving on, you hate watch that shit, which contributed to us getting a new season if it comes back. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. Moving on from that. Before I get into the Kim K stuff, I want you guys to go out, okay? Go out, and if you have not gotten it, you ain't even got to go out nowhere. The physical copy come out in November. Go online to wherever it is that you get your music from, Google Play, Apple Music, Tidal, whatever, and get A Seat at the Table by Solange. I am just loving all this blackness. I am just loving all of this stuff that is going on. It is just amazing. That album, and Look, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for all of this greatness that was in this album. You know, some people probably be like, oh, they hyping it up because it's Solange and she Beyonce's sister. Bitch, when you think about Solange, most of us who is really into her music and into Solange as the person, we can separate the two. We don't ever say, you know, who is that? Beyonce's sister Solange. No, we just say Solange, okay? It's not Brandy's little brother Ray J. No, we say Solange, okay? That's what the fuck we say. It ain't no little sister. It's just fucking Solange. Solange, bitch. Get your words together. She stands alone in her own lane, and she do her own thing. She's out of this world. Her creativity is everything. And people don't give her enough credit, okay? Solange be out here doing a whole bunch of stuff behind the scene that people don't know. If you are going to watch Issa Rae's, which I hope you do, and it starts this Sunday. If you haven't already seen the first episode of Insecure on HBO, go download the HBO Go app or the HBO Now app and watch the first episode, okay? It is fucking hilarious. If you love the Aqua Black Girls, you will love this, okay? Um, Solange, is one of the music curators and supervisors of the show. Like, come on. Come the fuck on. Okay? Solange be out here doing shit. Solange write for people, okay? Solange write for Beyonce, okay? Solange gave Beyonce a couple of hits and shit, bitch. Okay? Stop it. Stop it. Do not ever downplay this girl's creativity and the shit that she does because she's out here, okay? The bitch is creative as fuck, alright? And I remember like saying, when are you coming out with some music? And I follow her on Snapchat, and these samples of the songs that she used to put up, to hear them on the actual album now, it's like, man, I remember when I seen that on her Snapchat. I remember when I seen her dressed like this and she was out at this place taking these pictures. I was like, oh wow, so that's what that's for, you know? And it's amazing to me to see that shit and to see the project actually come together and for me to actually like it and for a lot of people to actually, you know, be just as much in love with it or giving it positive reviews and stuff as it has been getting, you know. At one point, I'm pretty sure it was number one in the country. And she deserves it. She deserves it because she wrote all this shit. It took 4 years to get done. Okay. She wrote it. She produced it. She mixed it. She did everything. The visuals, her and her husband. Um, I just, the fucking album is amazing. It's so unapologetically black. And the videos for Crane in the Sky and Don't Touch My Hair, beautiful. Fucking beautiful. I said, look at all them Hershey Kisses up in there. Come on, Solange. That shit just made my fucking day when that came out September 3rd. Bitch, I hurried up and got that shit. As soon as it said that you can download that shit, I said, let me press purchase on this bitch. Alright? So, the songs that she got interludes on here, and what I love about the interludes, I think it's like 20 songs on here, but it's probably 5, 6 interludes or some shit like that. And she has one interlude with her father, and the album is so like social conscious and talking about the injustices that's been going on, talking about women issues, talking about, you know, just the way she's been feeling and all this stuff, you know. It's so fucking relatable to what's going on right now. Regardless, pick an issue and it's in the fucking album, okay? The interludes. You got one interlude with her father, and he's talking about how he was the first to go to integrate a school down in the South and how he had to, you know, go with the police, the marshals or whatever, and how the adults was, you know, coming at them and using all these racial slurs and, you know, being scared and stuff like that. Then you have an interlude with her mom basically talking about how come every time we want to celebrate our blackness or say that we're pro-black, you have another person coming out here saying, we're racist because you don't hear nobody saying, oh, I'm pro-white and all that stuff. And, you know, why do they have a Black History Month? That does not mean that we don't like what, you know, white people are doing and stuff of that such. And I said, come on, preach. And then the Master P interludes are teaching you, okay? You want to be up in this business, bitch? You can do this, you can do that. And I love when Master P talks because he knows exactly what the fuck he's talking about. And one of those interludes when he said, when that white man offered him $1 million for his music and he had the contract for him to sign right then and there, that's when he knew at that moment in time that if he said that I'm worth $1 million, that at right then and there, I know right then that I'm probably worth 40. And I said, come on, Master, so I'm gonna do this shit independently. I said, yes, yes. I'm just listening to these interludes. Like, these are real interludes that are telling something and they connecting to the songs and stuff. Um, the favorite songs of mine, I love, like, everybody loves Cranes in the Sky, okay? I used to drink it away. That is my shit, bitch. That's my shit. But I love that song. I like Mad with Lil Wayne. She was like, bitch, I have a right to be mad, okay? Okay? We all have a reason to be mad. And if you want to feel a type of way, you can be mad about the fact that I'm mad. But I'm going to be mad. I have a right to feel the way that I want to feel. I have a right to say what I want to say. You know, it's too much bullshit that's going on right now. So we have a right to fucking be mad. And if you gonna like it or not, bitch. But I'm going to still be me, okay? I said, come on. All right? Don't touch my hair. Don't touch my hair. The video for that, when you watch the Don't Touch My Hair video, you can just tell that Solange is a lover of music. Okay? Her taste is eclectic. Okay? It is everywhere. Like, she likes all types and she studies and she knows her history of music and she knows how to pay the proper homage to it. Okay? I fucking love it. Bitch, I am standing out for Solange right now. And I don't stand for nobody like that. Like, this music is fucking everything. I'm sorry. You know, if you don't understand it, if you don't get it in this album, I haven't felt this way in a minute. You know, when I saw that one of that songs was called Fubu, I said, for us, by us. Come on, bitch. Yes. For my niggas. Come on. I said, yes. Okay. They got me a little hype. But my favorite song on the album is Don't Wish Me Well. It is so smooth. The vocals are so lush, so smooth, so soft. But then you got that bass and that drum that comes in, and the instrumentation of the whole and the arrangement of the song. It's just fucking everything. I love that. I really do. Um, the album goes, and it's one of those albums for me that I don't even have to skip. Okay, I don't have to skip a song or anything like that. If you have the album, put down in the comments your favorite song or, you know, how you feel about it. Okay, let's be respectful, whatever. I just went off. I just went fucking off like, bitch. I wasn't expecting to, but, you know, I just like the album. I'm just glad because this is fucking music. It is chill music, okay? Moving on from that, let's talk about this shit that happened with the Kardashians, okay? First of all, Black Chyna and Rob, I'm gonna need y'all to stop, okay? Excuse me. I was here for y'all relationship. When everybody was doubting if this shit was real, you know, I was one of the few that was like, they in love, they like it, whatever. But these little stunts that y'all are pulling, Rob, you putting out Kylie's number over a miscommunication. You know, all you had to do was talk to your people first and you wouldn't have to go that route. And even if you were mad, why put the girl number out? That was fucked up, okay? I understand, but that was fucked up. And then Chyna, you go a couple of days later and you put his number out there so that bitches can stop texting his phone. If you have to do all that to keep your man, that motherfucker is not worth keeping, okay, Chyna? You doing the fucking most, and Robert, you're doing the fucking most too, okay? Chris, you have to stop this shit, okay? Stop this bullshit that is going on because I'm tired. I'm tired of it, all right? We all are, okay? We watch your show. It's cute, okay? We see your little insecurities. We understand, Robert, but you have to grow up, and Chyna, you have to grow up too, okay? You got kids that are in this, okay? Stop that. Stop that shit. Now, let's go to the big topic of basically this weekend and this week so far. And it's the last thing that I want to talk about. Kim Kardashian got robbed while she was in Paris over the weekend. So, here's the thing. When the story first came out, it was so many different stories. They said it was two people. The only thing that's been consistent about this story is the fact that whoever robbed her dressed up as police officers, French police officers, and that they didn't speak English, they were speaking in French. And as stuff was developing, at first it went from two, and then I heard it was like 5 men that came in or whatever. She was in the hotel apartment or whatever that she had, and the concierge comes to the door, and they forced him in, had him like tied up or handcuffed or whatever, and she only had her robe on, okay. And as she was telling the story to the police, she was like she feared that she was going to get raped because they at one point bound her hands together and I think her feet or whatever, and then threw her in the tub because she kept talking and she kept screaming and shit like that. And they targeted her. Come to find out, they targeted her. Okay, she was targeted, and they took her jewelry. And at first it was like $6 million worth. Then I heard 10 million. Now it's up to 11 million. I said, y'all need to get your numbers right, whichever this is. Okay, I don't care about all of that. Whether it was this amount or that amount, it's the fact that she got robbed and it was fucked up. And people want to say that, oh, it's a publicity stunt. They doing it for a storyline and all this shit. Like Kanye was literally in the middle of a song, and he literally stopped because they came out there and told him what was going on. And I guess he wasn't trying to pay attention to him, that they really had to tell him, you need to come with us. And he had to stop really in the middle of his song, mid-song, and say, I got a family emergency, show is over, okay? I'm sorry, I got a family emergency. And he hopped on the plane to go see his boo, okay? You can feel however you want to feel about the Kardashian, Kanye West, but this was no laughing matter. But everybody, most people, especially on the internet, especially on Twitter, they took this shit as a joke, okay? Kris Jenner and the Kardashian are crafty bitches, okay? And the shit that they do, I kind of respect them for it because, bitch, y'all got y'all names out here and y'all got us talking and keeping y'all fucking legacy and money alive because we keep talking about it. But here's the thing. Who plays around and who are so thirsty for attention that they will fake a fucking robbery like this, okay? That's one. Two, the fact is, she could have been raped and something else could have happened because they said that they had her at gunpoint at one point. All right? She could have lost her life, okay? You can feel how you feel, but damn, that shit could have happened. It really did. Like, come on, have a fucking conscience, all right? Like, they could have been you. Could have been a regular person, right? You would have been scared too, okay? But because it's Kim Kardashian, people want to say that it's fake and all this shit because of how their family works, right? I get that, but let's use common sense here, people. And come to find out, from the paparazzi's point of view, there are a set of paparazzi that were basically, assigned to be on Kim Kardashian that whole week while they was out there in Paris. And talking to like 15, 17 of them, they said that they know each other. These paparazzi already know each other, but it was a couple of them that they did not know that was around, and that they were looking at them, following them the whole time she was out there before they made their move. And I said, that seems about right. That's smart. You gotta keep up with your target, okay? See where they're gonna be at. You getting tired, okay? At this time they be here. At this time they be there. I feel like it's an inside job. The concierge, Kim said the bitch was calm as fuck. Okay, I understand trying to be calm in situations and stuff like that, but something about that just seems like he knew what was going on, like he was part of it. And they said that the people that did it probably are part of this burglar ring that's been going on, that's been happening, and they haven't caught them yet because this ain't the first people that they targeted and robbed and stuff like that. Then when the story come out, you got, this Carl guy, fashion designer, who be with them in Paris or whatever, and other people saying, well, maybe this is the reason why she got robbed or whatever, because she flaunts all her stuff on social media and her jewelry and where she's at and things of that such. And I'm sitting here like, so she can't put her stuff on social media. I understand that. I'm not the type of person that's gonna put all my stuff out there because I live in a neighborhood or in an area or in a city where getting robbed is a possibility, okay? And for the simple fact that I've been robbed before, my house was broken into before, and I know how that feels. So therefore, I'm not gonna flaunt all the stuff that I have. So it is what it is. But how you gonna tell somebody what they can and can't post on their Instagrams or their Twitter or whatever, and blame them for it? Okay, if that's how she makes a living, that's how on some of the stuff that she do, let her do that, okay? You got other celebrities who do the same damn thing. Hell, Beyonce just put up a couple of pictures of her jewelry and shit, and don't she ain't bitch, you need a fucking Julius. That's what the fuck you need, okay? Come to find out the fucking security guard was with Courtney and them up in the club or whatever. She ain't had no security guard outside there. Now if she had security, it probably wouldn't have went this far. Probably wouldn't have went this far. So who knows, like girl, I'm just glad everything is safe and sound. She's back up in LA. No one really got hurt. I'm glad the kids were not with her because that really would have been fucked up. And, people just show how heartless they are. I can feel a certain way about people. And, you know, some people can say that I'm heartless and insensitive, but I know when to shut that shit off and when to turn that shit on. And, regardless, it could have went worse than what it did. So y'all gotta stop it. Y'all gotta stop it. I don't give a shit. But bitch, if I see this shit on TV, I'm gonna look at this shit and be like, for real. For real. We all gonna be like, for real. And I know some people gonna be like, see, bitch, I told you how they did it for a storyline. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Okay, shut the fuck up. I'm like, Kim, I was on here defending your ass, and this is what happened. Bitch, next time I'm gonna just shut the fuck up, okay? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my own advice and shut the fuck up. But anyway, y'all tell me how y'all feel about that. It is what it is. I really, at this point, she home, ain't shit happened to her, so I don't care about it no more. The story is old as fuck to me. Okay, I don't want to hear shit else about it, alright? Ain't shit else happened to you. I mean, you gonna get the money back. You gonna get the jury back. It ain't like you gonna, girl, $10 million in jury. What is it to you? Not a goddamn thing. So ain't like you can't. I'm pretty sure you probably had insurance on it. So, whatever. You got your life. Go ahead, live it. Can't let this stop you. Okay? I mean, if you want to scale back from your social media stuff, you can do that. But hey, it is what it is. Moving on. Do I have anything else that I need to talk about, you guys? No, I don't. No, I don't. That's basically it. It was a slow week. It was a slow week. Oh yeah, Shawty Law. Y'all took his body to. First of all, y'all ain't shit. Whoever shared, no, whoever took that picture of him, I didn't even see the picture, and I had to put that shit out on my Twitter and stuff. And I said, if anybody share that picture on my timeline, you're getting blocked and deleted because I don't have time for that. That's totally disrespectful. And y'all took that man to Blue Flame. Y'all took that dead man in that coffin to Blue fucking Flame, the last place he was at. Niggas, bitch. I'm telling you. But that's it, y'all. I'll see y'all later. I'll see y'all later. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend. Be safe. Be cool. Be sound. Go listen to some good music. Go pick up that Solange album. I can't believe I kind of went off on that shit. Like, the album is fucking everything. Oh my god. Y'all like, Ashley, what the fuck is you? I know. It happens. It happens occasionally. It just comes out nowhere. But that's how I get when I get good music. Like, I love music. I fucking love music. Like, I love real music, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, because I can keep going, but I'm not. I gotta go watch that Mary J interview with Hillary Clinton. Kevin from the Scorpion Show said that it was really good, so I'm gonna go check it out. But y'all tell me how y'all feel. I'll see y'all later. Be cool. Peace.